I understand soul to be an abstract concept. Trying to explain it in practical terms would only amount in more confusion and maybe controversies. So the best thing to do, I know, is to think of it as an abstract concept. However, there is temptation. So I have a small experiment for you all. So close your eyes, pause the video, my video, close your eyes, and think of an event that happened in your childhood. For example, learning to ride a bike, first time going to school, first time going to a temple, whatever it may be that is clear in your memory, and play it in your mind like a video. So if you're thinking of riding a bike, think about who was with you to teach you, where was it happening, which road, which area, and all that, and just play it in your mind, and come back to the video. So I did this when I was in my 5th standard in a township called Neyveli. My parents moved from a smaller house to a larger house. So for about a couple of months, I had to walk a long distance to the school that I used to go to for my 5th standard before I could move to a school that is nearby. So it was a stressful thing because it's a longer walk, and it was also through new areas, new roads, and so on. So I was imagining it. I could remember it vividly. This black tar road, and remember the roundabout. I remembered crossing a bridge, and there is also an open field and a small ditch, like a canal, that I used to climb down and climb up because I was taking a shortcut. Otherwise, it would be much longer. Since the canal didn't have any water, it was easy. I remember all of it, but one strange thing. The way I remember it is not from my eyes' point of view. I remember it from a third-person point of view. So it's like my memory right now is like I'm above myself, like an eagle's eye point of view, and I'm watching myself walk through all of the things that I just described. Is that the way you remember your past? Is that the way we all remember childhood, or any memory that's a little bit farther away from today? If we do, are we seeing ourselves through our soul's point of view? We know that person, that 11-year-old or 12-year-old, does not exist anymore. Even though it's just me, that person does not exist. But that person's soul still is around. So, are we seeing that person through a soul's eye? Is that the reason why we don't see it from our point of view? Just a thought. But then there is verse 29, which clearly says, don't do that. Anyone who thinks they perceive what soul is, or talks about it, or hears about it in awe, thinking as though it is something paranormal or outside of this world, has no clue about what it is. That's what verse 29 says. And Krishna continues in verse 30, once again repeating himself, that therefore, as I told you before, just know that soul is indestructible, and therefore do not lament about destroying anything in this, any life. Then he continues in verse 31, just do your dharma. There is no reward better than earning a good name for yourself. And that you can do by living a life of dharma, that is, being righteous and living a life full of purpose. And I might add, with love but nothing else in your heart.